Today I'm going to talk about YourMiniCon Connecticut. The only thing I knew about this con was that Nissan Wheels was going to be there, and Voltaire was doing the after show, which is probably going on now. But as I'm back at my home base, I wasn't able to stay there for the night event. But you know what? I did get some business cards, and I saw some cool people there. So first things first, let me check out my business cards here. Let me give props to people. Okay, this guy, Cody, oh man, Helder Brad, I think that's his last name. He's a magician, balloon twister, smoke and mirror magic shows. He's very good. All right, I'll hide his phone number, but that's his business card. He did some magic tricks. He guessed what card. He guessed what card I was thinking of, and he put it to the top. Uh, he also did something with a sharpie that he made it look like it went up his nose and out his mouth. Oh, that was pretty good. The next person I want to give props to is www.taintedsweets.com. She had plushies, stickers, posters, and a lot of cool stuff. And a nice business card too. Hey, look at that. That is pretty good. And the next couple of persons who I want to give props to, who I got to interview for a little bit, are the Connecticut Ghostbusters. Look at that quality card. Yeah. They I did not know that they give to St. Jude's Hospital, so I decided to pick up one of their shirts. Hold on, I'll be right back. As you can see, this baby right here, $15 donation to St. Jude's, and I got the Connecticut Ghostbuster shirt. It's not bad. I like it. I'm gonna wear that tomorrow. And at Anime Boston, at one point where I see them again. Also, I want to give props to Hector Davis Jr., the Green Ranger from Samurai. Yeah, from the Samurai Power Rangers. I saw him jumping over, back flipping over three tables. No, not three tables, three chairs. He had two chairs, then he put three chairs, and he ran back, and he ran, and he jumped, boom, and he landed. It was quite impressive. I also want to give props to Soul Wizards podcast. I'm gonna check them out, see what their podcast is about. They seem like cool dudes and girl too. It says here that Soul Wizards podcast is a weekly podcast with four friends talking about nerdy stuff. Nothing is restricted. Join Tom, Marcus. Oh, I'm bad with names. Uh, I will skip that name. And Joey. I'm sorry, but I am bad with names, and I do not want to butcher it. But I'll show the card here, so that way you guys can see. Hopefully, that's it. Hopefully that'll come out all right. And you can check them out at soulwizardpodcast.com. Now, this next person who I'm going to give props to, I sat for 2.5 panels, and that is Geek Gal. She's a librarian from Springfield, and she talked about history of Adult Swim, which was hilarious. You know, a lot of jokes about Aqua Teen Hunger Force, C Labs, Adult Swim. You know, talking about anime. That she also talked about how much of an impact Cowboy Bebop had when it came out the first time. You know, for a lot of people back then, that was pretty awesome to see an anime like that. You know, living it up, the high life. It's very good anime for its time. And I got to stay for her panels. Overall, very good convention. You know, pretty small, but I had a good time. I think my favorite cosplayer of the convention was probably, I need to think about this. Uh, you know what? Probably Prince Adam from He-Man. Was not expecting to see a Prince Adam there, so that was definitely one of my favorites. And definitely bumping into my friends was always good. Other than that, you know, or you don't know, pretty much a very good convention. Like I said, like it says right there, size, small in size, big and fun. One of the vendors had a huge collection of Lego figures, but I asked if he had Doctor Who, and sadly they did not have Doctor Who. Otherwise, I would have picked up three for like 10, 3 for 10. But there was Star Wars, there was Marvel, a whole bunch of Lego figures. My friend Tony, he played. Hold on, what did I do with that book? I'll be back. All right. So this may not be in the perfect condition, but as you can see, this is their pamphlet, and I'm gonna look through here to see what was the name of the panels that I saw. I got the end of "Isn't an Otaku a Kind of Sushi?" Uh, when Otaku, the Adult Swim, the early years, I got all of that one. When Otaku Attacks, the Dark Side of Fandoms, very informative. Basically talking about how, you know, for the most part, the convention scene is full of good people, but you gotta watch out for those certain few people who they just don't know how to act. So you gotta be careful sometimes. You know, basically, if you've seen my video "Cosplay is Not a Privilege" on YouTube, more or less talking about things like that. You know, how you should stay in groups, and if you notice anything weird, you know, you should take note of who's doing something weird. Take note of their badge name, and you know, if you notice something funny going on, just politely uh, talk to whoever is the recipient of this odd business and make sure that they're okay. I also saw a cosplay at the end. He was dressed up as Goku, which was good. I did not see Voltaire at all, so as far as I know, he was not walking around the convention. I'm trying to think of who else did I see. I definitely talked with Misa for a while. She was doing quite well. I also saw. I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but I saw her walking around. Chloe Lang from what's the name of that show? Lazy Town. Yeah, and of course the Green Ranger. He was, you know, doing his things. let's see, Dynamite Weber. I talked to him. He's we had a good chat, which was good, and pretty much, that was it. There's really I didn't I didn't spend as much time as I wanted to. Oh, turns out see that I missed the Champions LARP. That could have been fun. Yeah, but by that time I was already back home because my friend couldn't get the day off, even though he gave 3 weeks notice. For the booths that I saw AD duct tape. I talked to her, which was sadly she's moving. So her last convention in the East Coast is gonna be UConn at UConn next month. So that, you know, it's sad to see her go, but hey, you do what you got to do. Trying to think of anybody else that I saw that stood out in my mind. Oh yeah, I saw. I got his business card over here. Hold on. I saw Elk from Art of Elk, and he was walking around doing his part to give props to the convention. Basically, he had a similar to me camera, taking footage, talking to people, and all that good stuff. I will block out his phone number, but I will try to. There we go. You guys can see his card right here. I say it's a very good small convention. I can't wait to check out the one in Maine, which is going to be full of Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, more Power Rangers, and more Power Rangers, and the kitchen sink with Power Rangers in it. I'm like, wow, so many freaking Power Rangers. It's crazy. Whole boatload of them. It's like swarming with Power Rangers. All the fans are going to go berserk. Sadly, I don't think any of the originals, but everyone else after the originals, I think, is going to be in there. So you guys can check out the website, YourMiniCon. There's also different states that do the same convention, same name. So depending on where you live, you can you go to the one that Maine, you can go to the one in Nevada, you can go Connecticut, you can go whatever is closer to you and have a good time. Overall, I would say that YourMiniCon is a fun small convention, and it's good to take the family to because good family environment. And if you want to play some card games or board games or LARP or cosplay, that's right up your alley. Or do some panels. It's all good stuff. Yeah, I had a really good time. It's a very good convention, and I cannot wait for next year to go to it again. And I am making plans to definitely check out the one in Maine. Hopefully, my friend Juan Lee will have a table there as a artist. So, we'll see. Time will tell. I did cosplay. I had my Batman shirt, which hold on. There we go. Cause I'm a bad man. Yeah. All right. And with that, I'm gonna bring an end to this part of the stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed my feedback for YourMiniCon Connecticut. If you have a chance to check out any of the YourMiniCons, I would recommend it because they're loads of fun. And with that, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody.